And 5, 4, 3, 2. What's up, everybody? It's me, Anuhea, your girl, back for Just Keep Jamming, the podcast. We're calling this version 3.0. We're calling it the third season. I might have made mention of a third season in our last season, but this is the real third season. We are so excited to be back here, episode 32 that we're recording here together. And I have a Zoom room full of awesome Patreon people. What's up, you guys? Shouting them out. They're all waving. Hi, everybody. I love you guys. Anyway, if you're just listening for the first time, I will give you the breakdown. My name is Anuhea. I am a musician from the island of Maui in Hawaii, but I've been living here on the big island in Kailua Kona for the past 10 years. I am a mom of an awesome, energetic, hilarious 9-year-old, almost going to be 10-year-old. And he's in the room right now playing VR. So if you hear any screaming, just know he's having a blast playing gorilla tag. And I'm here in my living room on a random school night because mom life is very real, but I am balancing the awesomeness of a music career in Hawaii with motherhood and also sharing and being open and vulnerable. And of course, advocating for mental health along the way. So this podcast is all about keeping it real and having fun. There are no rules, just honest conversation about life. In each episode, a special guest and I will talk about a different topic and share our thoughts and opinions, and also some insight from the lessons that we've all learned. This episode is more of a recap. We're not going to have an official special guest, or that will happen on every other episode. But we all know that life is hard sometimes, but it's all about the journey and we have to keep moving forward, aka Just Keep Jamming. If you also didn't know, Just Keep Jamming is the name of one of my songs. I wrote it shortly after the pandemic hit, and I just really needed to feel like I wasn't alone in the struggles I was going with. And music can get you through the darkest times. So that's why this message of just keep jamming, just keep moving forward means so much to me. I wrote some goals for the podcast. My goals are to keep listeners connected and engaged in a safe, supported space. So when I say connected and engaged, I mean, I want to be consistent with the release of these podcast episodes, not just for your entertainment value or just something to do. Like for real, I've noticed over the past year, this weekly or bi-weekly connection that I make with others, even just talking, is so beneficial, at least for me personally. And I just need to get it out. I feel like I could be a better leader. I can be a better person on this platform that I am if I take the time to just speak my truth and connect with people every single week. Because there are times when I don't have gigs, or if I don't have my son for a few nights in a row or something, I don't even speak to a single person. I'm in my house, I'm locked up, and I end up getting recluse and weird, and I turn into awkward Anu. And that's when some other weird mental health stuff starts happening, or you start drinking too much. So I just want to keep this avenue of communication open with all of you guys. And if you guys like to listen, perfect. But also if you want to talk with me, there will be opportunities that you guys can talk story too. And I'll share more of those later. Another goal is to be open, honest, and transparent about my feelings and opinions. And I want to encourage whoever we're speaking with to also do the same. So often, we listen to podcasts, or even in Hawaii, I'll say, we have to abide by the perfect thing to say. Like my high school, Kamehameha, you had to, speak perfect English and pronounce the words correctly, and to have the no pause clauses in between words, and dress appropriately, and all of this. Like, it is how I was raised, but that's not what I want this podcast to be. I want to not hold back what I really feel. If I don't like guns, I want to be able to talk about that. But it doesn't mean we have to not be friends because of it. I want this to be a way that we can be ourselves. I can speak my truth. You can too, but we know how to continue to get along, even if there's differences. And I think that with us sharing and being honest and open, we can find a lot of more similarities than we think are possible. Another goal of mine was to provide valuable takeaways and lessons for everyday life. Yeah, little golden nuggets of wisdom, as we quickly named that little segment. We just want whoever we're interviewing to kind of have a final statement at the end and something that we can take with us the rest of the week or the 2 weeks that we're not going to see each other, something that we can apply to our lives, really. And then, of course, the goal is to promote mental health awareness, which will foster a positive change in the world. You know, it seems really silly sometimes. Like when I was signing into this, I told all these Patreon peeps in the Zoom room, like, oh my gosh, my eyelashes weren't cooperating with me earlier. Like, what in the hell am I saying? Like, there are literally people getting murdered, like, as we speak, and like complaining about something that stupid seems so dumb. Oh my God, I'm already getting emotional. But I don't want that to hold us back from continuing to move forward in life. Like, again, the just keep jamming. We have to do our lives. When the Maui fires hit, it was so devastating. I felt like I couldn't even be happy or pretend to be happy on social media because a lot of people were like, how could you be happy in a time like this? But, we can feel the feelings, we can cry the tears, but we have to keep moving forward. And that's a really big message for me. We have to move on and be strong so we can help others. Aloha thyself is the point of that. And then when we talk about that mental health awareness, the consciousness of not getting sucked into depression, of the self-care practices that we learn how to cope to make our mental health positive and healthy, I believe we can make this world a better place, like for real. I always say this quote, it's like one of my favorites. It's Mother Teresa, you want to make the world a better place, like go home and raise your kids, like go love your kids. I mean, she didn't say it like that. She said it probably way nicer and cooler, but that's really important to me. So I only have one, but I think that that's a big struggle, and it might be a conversation we might have in another podcast, that balancing of like work and motherhood. I struggle with it every day. I wish I could just stay home and raise my kid and make sure he's the best human possible. But you have one life to live too. So I just want to make sure that that's talked about at some point, because we can make the world a better place with our children. Okay. After recording 31 episodes, I'm thrilled to be back, and I want to make a positive impact through the power of connection. And I'm excited to see where this podcast will take us. Okay. I want to start my main topic of conversation. Believe it or not, we didn't even start it yet. Is like my little golden nugget thing is starting all over again. Starting all over again. It's gonna be rough on us, but we're gonna make it. Well, that was a Brother Is song, but I feel like this is a new beginning for whatever reason. Nothing really extremely different happened in the past couple weeks, but I felt like there was something changing. I mean, maybe you guys, astrologists out there, are like, oh, yes, because so and so is in Mercury retrograde and all this. Maybe that's why. But I felt something. I literally woke up the other day and like had this energy to work again, like to get after it again. I shifted my entire living room around, like 180'd it. I don't know why. Like unplugged all my shit, put it on the other wall, made my L-shaped couch by myself and my rug, put it all the other way. And it's so new and exciting just from rearranging furniture. I also took my hair, I went like this with some scissors, and I just chopped it the fuck off. And now I feel like a new person. Like it's crazy. Like the little things you can do to really make you feel like something's new and exciting in your life. I was about to quit music, basically, like a couple months ago. Like I just really needed a break. I felt like I've always shared this with you guys. We're like working too hard, but I don't know if I did read that Sagittarius might have this, like jumping from one thing to another. I mean, that's what Sandy told me. Sandy, my astrologist guest from a few episodes back. But yeah, like I get bored. Like not bored of music, but I'm just kind of over it. Like I want to explore another passion or something different, And that's why I thought maybe this was my time to take a break. I had been trying to finish writing and releasing my album, but like that has been so on my mind and on my to-do list or whatever, but I just like couldn't get it done. I could not freaking do it. And I'm like, is this a sign like maybe I shouldn't rush it? Is this a sign that maybe I need to just slow down the pace and like start all over again with a new career? Or is this a sign from God saying, how bad do you want it? And I always share that story about me in San Francisco when I moved there when I was 19 and my car broke down on the Golden Gate Bridge. Or when I was 20, car broke down on the Golden Gate Bridge. Someone broke in my car and stole my computer, and I didn't have a place to live. Like all this shitty stuff was happening to me. And I'm like, is this a sign I should just go back home with my tail between my legs? Or is this a sign like God saying like, girl, you want it? This is the easiest thing I'm going to throw at you for a while now. And I chose the latter. And I wrote the song Fly about that exact thing. Like every knock you take is an opportunity to fly. Like the universe conspires to assist you. Universe, aka God, aka the energies of all the friends and people that you love and your ancestors, everybody. The universe conspires to assist in making dreams realities for those who persist. And then I go on to say and those who deserve it. And not saying that anyone is more deserving than another. It's up to us to decide if we deserve it or not. And I think it's the ones who stick it out. And that's why I'm like, hey, no, I have these beautiful half-written songs. My dad just passed away. I haven't written a song about him yet. I'm going to make sure I do that. I'm going to do that. And once that's done, I'm going to release a body of work that I'm going to be proud of. I'm not going to think about accolades and like the Hoku Hano Hano awards, because that shit freaking messes with me. Like, oh, if I release it in this month, who's going to be up against me for female vote? I'm like, I freaking hate it. Like, just do the artistry and do you, boo boo. And so that was my final decision. I figured out ways to start all over again while staying on this path and not giving up. So I guess that's my golden nugget, to take it all back and digest it back out to you. Yeah, like, don't give up. Really think about, how bad do you want it? And if you need to do something to make some changes in your life to inspire you again, take that trip, cut that hair, get the Botox. Yeah, just do it. And I think that a lot of cool shit will happen if you do that. And another thing I wanted to say, a little quote by Maya Angelou. A bird doesn't sing because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song. A bird doesn't sing because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song. I'm sick of my own voice talking right now, and I want to like throw up. So I'm just like, who am I talking? Like, what is this? Diarrhea of the mouth. I'm just talking. I don't have the answers. Why are you guys listening to me? Like, that's how I think that's what I'm thinking right now. But reading that quote makes me know I'm not singing because I know all the answers. I'm just singing because I have a song. If I'm the one who has the guts to actually fucking be weird and vulnerable, then cool. That was my role for this world. But I want to support everybody else who has their roles. And if they want to do the same thing, please do. Like, I just have a song. I don't have the answer. I just got a song. I'm going to put that in a song. I'm sure somebody did. Anyway, come say hi. My special guest has arrived. He's sweaty. Oh my God, oh my God, you're so sweaty. Who wants to say hi? I think Sharon will say hi. Say hi.
Hi, Kenna.
Yeah. She was the one in Seattle. Anyway, Ken, I'm gonna ask you 3 questions, okay?
Okay.
What is your favorite color?
Red.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite football team?
Chiefs.
Oh my gosh, okay. His homework tonight was to ask Patrick Mahomes a bunch of questions. ask any celebrity, your celebrity of choice, questions. And in those questions, you had to use your spelling words. I thought that was pretty creative. So he was interviewing Mahomes. And question number 3 from Auntie Sharon. Go for it.
Can you sing us a rap? Aloha, my name is JKJ. I'm the biggest rapper boy in the world, but I want to say a lot, but I forget.
I forget. Hello, my name's JKJ. I'm the baddest rapping boy in all Hawaii. That's it.
That's it.
And mic drop. Okay. Thank you, my son. You're really heavy and you're really sweaty. I love you. Thank you, son. Okay. I also wanted to have a section of this podcast every week that talks about one of my favorite things, which is wine. Does anyone have wine out there right now? I see some of my girls have this amazing, oh my God, there's like 4 of you with that wine cup right now. Hell yeah. I have this plastic wine cup that fits in cup holders that I've taken off of Amazon and made it my own merchandise because I love it so much. But I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with wine. Love it. Makes me feel a little looser when I'm about to do a podcast. Makes me hit some notes that I wouldn't normally go for. Love it because it tastes good and you can go to wine country, which is like Disneyland for adults, which I just went to a couple weeks back with Marco months ago with my girls. But I hate it because my teeth turn purple. Jeez. It has a lot of sugar and calories. And it definitely can secretly get you really, really drunk before you even know it. It's one of these creeper kind drunks. And the headache is very real the next morning with the sugar. But whatever. I started a wine like party company with some friends of mine during the pandemic. I was so bored and very lost. And we all had this thing, wine in common, that we loved. So we had like a sommelier in training and some people who owned a restaurant, and then little old me who just loves wine and has a lot of social media followers. So we started a company, and I'm still like detangling the LLC part and the freaking tax shit. Don't start a business with your friends. It's so annoying. But we had so much fun during the pandemic. We put in that labor of love. I made the logos. I made the website. We did tickets, and it was like 40 people max per event because that was all you could do. And it was like social distancing during the pandemic. It was so frustrating, but we made it work. And we had live music, we had food, poo-poos. It was so cool. So shout out to my Kona Wine Nights partners. I talked about them a lot in my early days of the podcast, but I do still love wine. But this podcast, we are going to talk about a wine of the week every week. I used to do this before with Keeping It Real, Maintaining the Aloha. This week, it is a wine called Josh. Not just regular Josh, but this is Josh Reserve Cabernet Sauvignon. And it is from Josh Cellars. It is a reserve bourbon barrel aged Cabernet. So they put the wine in a whiskey barrel or bourbon barrel. So it has a little extra bite to it. I have found that these types of wines, when they put them in that little extra, it is so sneaky, and I'm feeling it right now. It is among the top 3 wines in the world, and it is very bold. And the words that they use are smoke, leather, earthy, oak, vanilla, caramel. I don't know. Let's just all have a little taste of whatever wine you're drinking. Cheers, everybody. I need like a proper wine glass for proper tasting, but so you're gonna see, swirl, smell, then sip. That is what we told people to do at the Kona Wine Nights. And I made like a little cartoon instruction for them. Anyway, moving forward. So wine of the week, Josh. Yes, Josh Cabernet Sauvignon. Check it out. It's $18.99. It wasn't $18.99 at my gas station. It was a little more than that. I also wanted to have a section in this podcast where we talk about something charitable. It could fall under the Aloha Thyself or Aloha Always Foundation kind of umbrella, but I want to highlight something that we can do to give back to those in need. So there's so much happening that's right, you know, like especially like right now. As we know, this war just kicked off big time. I didn't even watch the news this morning. I'm like, not again. Maui was just, Lahaina was just decimated. That was one of the towns that I grew up in. I started playing music there and it's just flattened to the ground and so many people lost everything. So we've been doing a lot to help Maui. We did a big fundraiser in Kona and I helped make the merchandise for it and performed at it. And we ended up raising $50,000 just with like a small group of people that we're going to give directly to the families. So that was really rewarding. But yeah, I mean, you guys all know it feels so good to give back. So I really want to have a section in each podcast that we shout out one particular, whether it's a charity, whether it's a specific family that was affected by the fires, or, you know, share an inspiring story from somebody that we can do something for. You know, the holidays are coming up too, and we're so blessed and we're so lucky to even have a computer in front of our faces right now. But for now, I do have links on my website, anuheajams.com, that has links to directly how to donate to the people of Maui because they are still struggling and they just opened up Lahaina town again for tourism, and a lot of people are opposed to that. They're not ready yet. They don't want their, you know, their burnt down house to be a spectacle for tourists to drive past and look at. But there are also people who have businesses that really need to not go out of business. So it's a tricky situation, and I do feel for our government officials in this hard time because it feels like you can't do anything right. And I do not envy your position. I do pray for them to make the right ones. Melanie said, we do a gift card drive at the salon for Christmas. I still want to help the young girls in Hawaii get sanitary items too. Yes, I can connect you with the Ma'i movement. I heard these women have been doing this well before any of these fires, but they're like trying to make period poverty a thing of the past. Every girl deserves to have good fitting pads and tampons. I know it might be gross to the boys, but no, it's a real thing. Because how many of us, I mean, our paper towels was all that you could do. But hey, we're trying to keep it real. We don't deserve that. We deserve better. So period poverty, bye-bye. And that's something that a lot of people might forget about too. And then Maui Food Bank, Maui Humane Society, absolutely. I've donated to both of them already. And I used to go to Maui Humane Society like when I was a kid, like they could use all the help they can get. Anyway, as we move forward, I also just wanted to maybe suggest, I'm hearing you guys' feedback. Do we have like a favorite song of the week? Maybe we reach out or have somebody designated each week to share what their favorite song is. I know if Todd was in here, he's one of our other Patreons, he always has like a song. You got to listen to this song. I want that from maybe some of our like, you know, loyal people. So is anyone in this room right now, can anyone come up with a song that they've just been jamming to that they can't get enough of and want to share? Because I'll put it on the Just Keep Jamming Spotify playlist if your song gets, you know, highlighted. Don't be shy. Yes, girl, what you jamming to?
So the Judds, Love Can Build a Bridge.
Oh, yeah. They sang Grandpa, right?
They sang Grandpa. But, you know, my middle son got married over the weekend. And when I was driving them to the venue, that came on the radio. And it actually had all three of us kind of crying. And when I dropped them off at the airport the next morning, it's a really old song. And I dropped them off at the airport the next morning. They went to Hawaii and it came on the radio. So I don't know. It just kind of is sticking with me.
It's meant to be. I love it so much.
Island Jam. It's not. It's just. It's a Judd's old classic, and it's actually really when there is kind of chaos and crappy unrest in the world. Love Can Build a Bridge.
Yeah. Let's take a moment, just a short moment, so I don't have to edit it later.
What love means. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time Don't you think it's time?
That's beautiful. Good suggestion. I'm totally adding that to the Just Keep Jamming playlist on Spotify. I haven't updated that in a long time. So I'm excited to get some new fresh tunes out there, especially since we're hitting the road again pretty soon, which brings me to my next subject. We are going on the road. I just announced today the All Is Bright tour. Only 6 shows this time. I'm going less and less every year, but there will be a couple of like secret private ones too that we'll have the details on. But yeah, we're going on the All Is Bright tour. It is an annual tour that I've been doing for like 5 years now. Still have yet to decide on the opening act / special guest, but that's always an exciting announcement. But this year, Friday, December 8th, we'll be in Portland. Whoop, whoop. Saturday the 9th in Bremerton, Washington. Sunday, December 10th happens to be my birthday. Hey, I'm going to be in Boise, Idaho again for 2 years in a row. I end up in Boise, Idaho. Very cool. I love it. The people are super kind. It was snowing last time we were there. It was our last show of the tour last year. And I was at my wits' freaking end. I could not wait to get home. I was so sick. We had to drive from Boise all the way back to Portland to return the band to go. This year, I'm excited to like redeem myself. We're in Boise on a Sunday night, 2 days off after that. And it's like, so I can be like potentially hungover the next day, sleep in, leisurely drive to the next place, which is Sacramento, California. Love the place. So many fans out there. Love that. That's why we can play there on a Wednesday. So Wednesday the 13th in Sacktown at the awesome venue, Goldfield Trading Post. And then there might be a little something in San Francisco on that Thursday the 14th. But Friday the 15th, we are definitely going to be in Lake Tahoe at the Harrah's Casino. We play at the Harrah's in San Diego every year, but never been to the Harrah's in Lake Tahoe. See what happens. We will not be driving from Lake Tahoe to San Diego. So we will be returning the vehicle and then we will be flying to San Diego. And there might be another opportunity for a private something meet and greet VIP experience, maybe something to do with food. I have a lot of friends who are chefs in that area. So I'm thinking we can do like a dinner / course with like me in the background playing music so I can get some free food. That would be all I want. Yeah. But then final show will be on Sunday, December 17th at one of our favorite venues in Solana Beach, the Belly Up. And then we're homeward bound for the holidays. So All Is Bright. Any suggestions on openers? I have my girl Kimmy A on the list. I hope that it works out. Somebody else suggested Justin Kavika Young. You can put it in the chat. Justin. Ooh, Amy says Jordan. I'm assuming you mean Jordan T, right? Love Jordan T. He's definitely on the list. Got 2 votes for Justin. I haven't even hit him up yet. I'm going to hit him up after this, just casually mention. He's been on this tour with us many times. It's either him or Paula who have done it the most. So, everyone's saying Jake would not freaking be my special guest. He's like such a superstar. He's like the Elvis of Hawaii. Leia Love, yeah. Well, she's actually going to be in Hawaii now for, she's doing this thing called Rockahula, where it's like a showcase / I don't know, like a play, but she's going to be there at the same time that I'm doing my Blue Note Hawaii Thanksgiving show. So hopefully I get to spend some time with her. So just want to mention that too. If you guys are in Hawaii, Blue Note Thanksgiving on Friday and Saturday, 2 shows nightly, 6 and 9. And we're probably going to end up playing at the Blue Note in Napa for New Year's Eve. 3 nights, 6 shows. Make your plans. Come stay with Michelle and Grumpy Cop. I'm just kidding. But we are going to have some fun in Napa. I love that place. All right. I'm going to unmute all you guys. If anybody wants to say anything, please do. Now's the time. A joke real fast, just to like.
I have a joke.
Oh, Mel.
Yes.
What did the girl mushroom, say to the boy mushroom before their first date?
Oh God, I don't
You
know.
seem like a fun guy.
I heard you were some fun guy. Yeah.
You got it.
That's
I
so
didn't
funny.
hear it.
There
I
you
love
go.
it.
That's too cute.
Okay, This is so dumb, but I gotta share it. It's a Halloween dad joke, okay? One last one. Unless anybody else has more. Where do college vampires like to shop? Where do college girl vampires like totally like to shop? Like where would they go? Forever 21.
Oh my.
Oh wow.
I like that.
And with that,
That's
oh my God, this is so dumb. Why don't vampires attack Taylor Swift? She's got bad blood.
I'm going to the movie Friday night.
What's a vampire's least favorite meal? So dumb. Maybe it's the
What?
wine. These are really funny. What's a vampire's least favorite meal? Steak. So dumb.
The steak. I got it.
oh, that took me a minute.
Oh well, I gotta go, you guys. I love you guys so
Good night.
much.
Good night,
yeah, I can't
everybody.
wait.
Love you all.
Good
I
night.
just was
Good
great.
night, you guys.
Thank you.
Good to see everybody.
Love you.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Thank you guys so much for listening to our very first episode of season 3. Just keep jamming. Be sure and subscribe on whatever platform you're listening on. You can also subscribe on Patreon so you can be a part of the Zoom room. Go to my website, anuheajams.com, for all the links. And remember, you guys, you're never alone. Just keep jamming.